It's a big one. It's massive. This is probably the biggest game of the season. This is about reaction. So obviously, guys, obviously, I'm sure that you would want to see my extremely sexy, extremely handsome, good-looking face, but I'm just recovering from a very bad cold right now. So I just thought this was a better way to do this as I try and get better. This is a big game. It's a big game, but what did I say before? I said this is about reaction. Chelsea losing the game against Crystal Palace. It's not about that loss. It's about this game. Same thing with that happened to Chelsea when they lost to Tottenham Hotspurs. It was about the reaction. For Manchester City, I believe that Man City are the only team who can really be the only ones who can cut down and pip Chelsea to the title. I don't think Tottenham have that pedigree. Tottenham have a 0% chance of winning the Premier League title. That's a fact. They can't win it. It's impossible. City are the only ones. And I just think that the gap is too big. But if there's ever to be a chance, a possible miracle, City have to win this game. This is a must win for City if they want to win the title. And again, with top four being very complex, I think City as well, they don't want to win this because obviously the only threat to City's top four chances are Arsenal. Man United are irrelevant right now. Chelsea know that they need a reaction. That's the word I keep banging on about. Reaction. Because nothing has changed within the title race. The title race hasn't opened now. Maybe it's a bit more exciting, but it's not really. We're not officially in a title race. We're only officially in a title race if Chelsea either draw or loses game. Specifically, if they lose this game and Tottenham win their game at home to Swansea. So let's look at things tactically. I think for Chelsea, the first thing they have to do is look at what happened in that first game of the season between these two. In that game, City were the better team. Chelsea stole that game. A win is a win, but Chelsea stole that game because that was the first time in the season, I would say, that back three got really exposed. Because that front three of City, their speed, their movements really caused them issues. And Leroy Sané is going to be an issue. So Conte has to have a plan for stopping Leroy Sané. So I think for Chelsea, it will be extremely important. Kante is going to be extremely important for coming back and really helping them out. Every time that Sané has the ball, they've got to close him out. There has to be a physicality to Chelsea. I think for Chelsea, they've got to slow the game down and really tighten up the game. City want to stretch it. Chelsea have to tighten it. They've got to keep it slow and they've got to stop those balls coming into Sané and Sterling in space. What they want to have is a one-on-one situation with the wide men. What they do not want are Sané or Sterling to be within space and to exploit the space because they're quicker and they're faster and they're much more mobile than Chelsea's defenders. But for Chelsea going forward, I think Hazard is going to be very important. Hazard is going to be very important because, again, City's defense ain't that great. So for Chelsea, there has to be an intensity with how they play the ball. They've got to play the ball quick. They've got to move it quick. And you've got to look at one-touch football. Because how you mess up defenders is that's how quick you move the ball. It's very easy to defend if you're static, you pass the ball sideways, and you're spending a lot of time on the ball. If you move the ball quick and fast, it's very hard for defenders to really set themselves. And especially with how bad defensively City and how Guardiola says F you to defending, that is what Chelsea will have to do to really be very effective. For City, I think they will know that they have to attack from the very start. They've got to be aggressive. And what they want is they want to get Sané and Sterling in space. That is what they want. To move the ball around and to try and copy what they did in that first game of the season. So I think for Man City is about pressing the ball, getting the ball in as quickly as possible and keep playing it direct and keep hitting that defense. Because Guardiola will know that, no, that defense can be taken out. And Guardiola will be telling his men that we're going to have opportunities. And we're going to have at least 2 or 3 great chances. And he will be telling him that, put that ball away. Remember that chance that De Bruyne missed? Guardiola will say, we cannot afford to miss any of these chances. If he gets a great opportunity, it has to go in the net. There cannot be any excuses whatsoever. So, I'm looking at this, and I've been thinking long and hard of where this will go. I go back to that word reaction. Every time Chelsea have lost this season and people have thought that they would be on the men going down, they've always reacted. And I do believe that Chelsea will react to this. So I'm not going to sit on the fence and say this is going to be a draw, because I think a lot of people are looking at a 1-1. I'm going to go to the scoreline that I've been having for the past few days. City normally will score. They should score. But I'm going to stick with my scoreline, and I think Chelsea will win this 1-0. 1-0. I think a 1-0 solitary goal. I think Conte is going to go old school. I think Conte is going to go old school and try and find a way to nullify City. He won't nullify them to that much. He will have to accept that they will have to suffer a bit in periods in the game. But I think overall, I believe he will have somewhat of a plan to stop 70% of the kind of cheddar that City will be getting. So I'm going to say a 1-0. I'm going to get a solitary goal. Perhaps Biohazard will get that G, or your boy, I think probably Hazard, because I think Costa has gone off the ball a bit, and it will end up with being a 1-0 to Chelsea. But whatever the case, it's going to be a fantastic game. I cannot wait for the game and watch my post-match analysis straight after that game. All right, peace out.